So yesterday we started with the 6 characteristic of pure devotional service. PDS means pure devotional service. And we are discussing about klesagni. We had gone through klesa means material suffering and ni means destroy. So pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kind of material distress. We started with this. Now the question was, in how much time Krishna will stop all my suffering? So, and Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Vraja. Aham Tam Sarva Papepya Mokshishyami. Abandon all variety of religion, just surrender unto me. He says, He will deliver us from all kind of sinful activity. Do not fear. So that's what we discussed. There are 3 kind of devotees we had seen. There are Nitya Siddha, Sadhan Siddha, and there are at the level of Sadhaka. Those who are already Siddha, for them it doesn't worry. But we have seen even sometimes Sadhakas are also suffering, right? But then we read in NOD that a devotee should not expect immediate relief from the reaction of past mistake. So we should not expect, that is different thing. But Krishna give immediate relief, that is both are different aspects. Okay. A devotee who is not perfectly free from the resultant action should therefore continue to act in Krishna consciousness seriously, even though there may be many impediments. So we should not stop devotional service. Apratihata. Srila Prabhupada has extended Krishna's statement in Bhagavad Gita to the spiritual master, who is Krishna's representative. If you surrender to spiritual master at time of initiation, you become free from all sinful reaction. And why we see? So then the question comes: are we actually free from all sinful reaction immediately when we surrender, or do we gradually become free? So what's the thing? Isn't it? Srila Prabhupada has given some other hint which could help us resolve this question. He has said that when devotees surrender to Krishna, Krishna will take charge of the devotee's sinful reaction. Sinful reaction is the key word. We use the devotee's sinful reaction for the best benefit of the devotee. So we saw that how that drugs addicted, those who were doing their indulgent drug stealing, later on they got arrest warrant. They were put into the jail, but they were released. And they set the principle of bhakti also in the jail. So therefore, Lord creates a particular situation, and of course, we also have seen the example of that book distributor. He become jailer from jail, from jail to jailer. There are so many such examples. Lord therefore create a particular situation to eradicate this remaining enjoying spirit. So basically, why we are suffering? Because our sinful reactions are eradicated, but sinful desire is not yet subdued. So Lord utilize the sinful reaction for our best benefit, so that we can give up the attachment or tendencies of doing the activity, your desire to do the activity. So this unhappiness suffered by sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction, it is rather. So in such a scenario, what happened? So that is the mercy of the Lord for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to God. So when Krishna utilizes our sinful reaction, he helps devotees so that he doesn't just free devotee from the reaction of all sinful activity, but he also helps the devotee for what? To free from the desire of doing sinful activity. So why am I suffering? So we saw because of avidya is the root cause of suffering. Okay. So because of ignorance, the living entity may develop desire for material enjoyment. So that is called bijam. And as soon as develop desire, I want to enjoy that man or woman, I want to do that or this. Still, what happened as soon as he plan, and as soon as he act that way, so that is called papam, sinful act, he gets suffering. So because of that, either suffer through chronic disease, ugly feature, low birth, legal complications. So many things are there. That's what this disparity in the world. That's what we saw, right? So, three causes of suffering: papam, disobedience to God and Scripture; bijam, material desire; and avidya. So, avidya is the root cause, ignorance. So, avidya, material desire, sin, and suffering. So, basically, sinful action cause what? As soon as you perform sinful action, there are two things: either you get result immediately, or the result will be delayed. So the result you got enjoying or suffering right now is called prarabdha. The result yet to be suffered or enjoyed is called aprarabdha. So again, in the future, the aprarabdha can also become prarabdha, means it's a manifested reaction or enjoyment of our activity. And when it converts to prarabdha, parallelly what happened that it also develops sinful tendency. Why? Because as soon as someone smokes, someone eats rasmalai, the taste will be stored in the memory of the brain. Memory. So it's very difficult to remove that. So that way it becomes kutam. So kutam. Okay. So this is the cycle. So that's what is meant. Sorry. So that is what is mentioned in Padma Puran. Prarabdha phalam papam kutam bijam phalam mukham. Krameneva praliyate vishnu bhakti ratatmanam. There are four kinds of effect due to sinful activities, which are listed as follow. The effect which is not yet fructified, so that is called aprarabdha. The effect which is lying as a seed, so they are as a seed. Effect which is already matured, effect which is almost mature. So papa sinful action, so two things. Aprarabdha, and aprarabdha has two aspects. It has converted to prarabdha in a due course of time, and it also create a sinful proclivity kutam tendencies. So basically, sin, the first cause of suffering. This is very important. So I'm taking full highlight. Of course, I'll not take full highlight. Don't worry. So today's session is very small. That Subhada, the sin, full action produce two reactions of prarabdha and prarabdha. Example, disease or whatever. So basically, this is the cycle. Like because of sinful action, it has aprarabdha. Aprarabdha can be converted to prarabdha, and aprarabdha can also be converted to kutam. That stored taste will be stored in the memory of the brain. So in the future, because of memory, sometimes memory will be triggered. Sometimes what happened, you might have observed that we are doing something and we saw some person, immediately we become angry. So what happened that the memory, so experience with that person has been stored in our memory. And as soon as we saw that person, all the memories, whatever is remembrance is stored in the memory is been triggered, whatever bad experience or good experience, whatever. Because of that stored taste, what happened that we may develop a sinful desire. And again, having a sinful desire, we commit papam. So it's a cycle. So this is this is how it starts. This is very important. Please see carefully. So basically, because of ignorance, avidya, people develop desire, sinful desire, bijam. As soon as he has developed sinful desire, what happened? He may end up in sinful action. Okay. And sinful action has two things: aprarabdha and prarabdha. Aprarabdha, sinful. So as soon as you are committing sinful activity, so you get result maybe after few times to 0 second limit or whatever. Means within a fraction of second you get result. after 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 1 day, 4 day, 5 days. So when you are committing, at the time it is aprarabdha, but later on in a due course of time it becomes prarabdha, manifested reaction. So you can see that blue arrow. So blue arrow is prarabdha, manifested reaction, because of that we suffer. But there are some also another aspect of prarabdha, so that is converted to kutam, sinful disposition. So that is stored as a remembrance in the memory or whatever. So that again lead to bijam. So this is how this cycle works. It's very, very difficult. So how to break this cycle? By removing the avidya. Okay. So hope this chart is clear. So hope if please write yes in the chat if that is clear. Yes in the chat if you have understood. Kutam means propensities, tendencies, just like what is kutam means. Okay, kutam means what? Sinful disposition. Just like as soon as someone smokes cigarette, so taste is stored. So after some time, he may give up taking cigarette, but taste is stored. So sometime he get a company of such those kind of people who have tendency, who are a chain smoker or whatever smoker. So that taste will again triggered. So you will remember everything and you may want to do that again. Hope now it is clear what is kutam. Kutam is basically it is stored taste of the experience which is stored in the memory and which leads to the sinful desire. Just like someone ate ras malai, so uska taste ho gaya. Just like when I was working in company, I was in Bangalore. I had never eaten ras malai before that, but I ate my first ras malai maybe 10 years back. Okay, so after my 25 years of life, I had eaten the first rasmalai in my life. So then I didn't know how the taste is. Okay, how the taste is, I don't know. So I don't know sorry, what was I saying? Sorry. So, so what happened when I ate rasmalai first time? What happened when I ate rasmalai first time? What happened? That I experienced something so sweet, so spongy. I liked it now. Okay, so now I am not eating rasmalai for another 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. Just like a tea. Tea में क्या होता है? So you have earlier, I think most of the people in my life also, why I started tea, because my family members were drinking tea. So I also started drinking. Okay, so I got, so then, and if I would have, so now also some of my family members drink, but I am not in that ignorance. So I don't drink no onion, garlic, and all. Okay. So because of avidya, what happened? That by seeing them, let's say whatever they are doing, let me also do. So I developed that desire. Then I did that activity, and the taste of the tea is stored in the mind, or it has given some physical impact on your body. Just like when you drink tea, मुझे पता है जागो चाय आती थी, एडवर्टाइजमेंट जागो चाय, तो सोना नहीं तो चाय पियो. If you don't want to sleep, then take tea. So what happened? So after some time, body again demand. So that memory in the body, that something, the physical or something disposition has come on the body or subtle body and gross body, will again make you to desire to have it. आप समझे ना प्रभु जी अभी? Hope it is clear. Okay. So because of what happened, that वो store हो गया. So you have stopped the tea. You didn't take that. You have not taken the tea, but taste is stored in the brain. So after some time, you are in whatever activity you repeatedly do, that will, your brain will be wired that way. There are neurons in the brain as per the modern science. So that neurons will be wired like that. So once the neurons are wired, it's very difficult to change those wiring in the brain. Okay. So that is called conditioning of the human being. So that conditioning can be because of past life and present life, or whatever past lives also, and whatever the environment in which the person has grown. So what was I saying? Yeah. So that has been stored. Now suppose uh, uh, I don't know what to say, how to say that, but hope you are getting what am I trying to say. So that is stored, and that force body to do that. Just like exercise. Some person is doing regular exercise. If he doesn't do second day, what happened? He doesn't feel good. He feel lazy. He feel there is some problem in the body. Because of that effect of the exercise, effect is stored in the body, that how he feel. Because of that, he again wants to do something. So that is called kutam. So sinful disposition. Disposition, समझ रहे हैं ना? What is disposition? It is stored somewhere. So yeah, so which takes time to forget. It's correct. It takes time to forget. So yesterday I gave an example of wine bottle, isn't it? And I also quoted the verse from Bhagavad Gita 2.59. Visaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina tasovarjam tasopyasya param drashtva nivartate. That verse I quoted yesterday. If you could remember, actually, you should memorize this 2.59. It's a wonderful verse. Then, okay, so in whole course, I'll tell you, which sloka to memorize. And whoever memorized 10 verses by the end of course, he'll give something, I'll not tell what. So, please memorize these verses. Visaya vinivartante niraharasya dehina raso varjam rasopyasya param drashtvani vartante. So though the embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment. So you have restricted yourself from the sense enjoyment, but you might be thinking in the mind that taste is stored in the mind, effect is there in the mind, but you are not bringing it at the gross level. So the taste of sense enjoyment remain. So this taste is kutam. अब समझ रहे हैं ना? अभी समझ में आया? So how to seize them? But seizing such engagements by experiencing higher taste is fixed in Krishna consciousness. So what we have to do? Raso varjam raso apyasya. He should be given higher taste. तो जो रस चाय पी रहा है उसको अच्छे से रसगुल्ला खिलाओ. Maybe so what is higher than, so chai is more on the gross level. So we see our self-actualization chart given by okay. So what people say? So what it says, this is self-actualization chart. So physiological needs, if you see this one. So this is, this is not Krishna consciousness, but what materialistic do, I'm explaining. So physiological need, it may be breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, exertion, and safety. So these people need security of body, employment, resource, morality, the family, health, property, whatever. Third is love, friendship, family, whatever. Esteem, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect, self-actualization, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving, lack of Judaism, acceptance of the fact. This is made by Westerners, Western philosophers. But actually same philosophy is given in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, about Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanmaya, Anandamaya. Okay. So Annamaya, so people are thinking that they are just surviving because of physical needs. If physical needs are fulfilled, their survival is complete. But as soon as there are some people, they have sufficient physical needs. Sufficiently available, like food or water, everything, clothes, roti, kapda, makan अच्छे से available है. So then their expect. For them it is available. Yeah, can I call you after some time? I'm in class. I'll call you back. Okay? Manmohan Krishnadas, I'll call you back. Okay, no? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. So if their need of food is fulfilled, then what? They want to pranamaya, existence, survival for fittest. Pranamaya is fulfilled, then they need, now they are secure, okay, they have, no, अच्छे से उनको कोई निकाल नहीं सकता सारी जगह पे, रोटी कपड़ा मकान तो मिल गया लेकिन उनको अच्छा चाहिए, they want to establish their existence. Then third level is manomaya, so it's emotion and so many things. So then vijnanamaya, so their intellect, with intellectual requirement. Then there is anandamaya, they want to be happy. So if you compare, it's exactly matching. Okay. So this is made by Westerners now, but it is all, this kind of thing is already given in our philosophy. Okay, so rather than not taking much time, so how you can remove this kind of, how you can take out the person from lower taste by bringing them to higher levels. Like, someone is Annamaya, bring them to Pranamaya. Okay, so as soon so that is another, and or if they are engaged in some service, then engage. Don't remove their activity. Don't change their activity, but change the goal of that activity. That goal of the activity is Krishna. So now you connect that activity with Krishna. So then what happened? Krishna will immediately start reciprocating. You feel happy by that. So that way we can change. So if someone was to like so addicted with the tea, just give him herbal tea, which is free of that. I'm not recently, I went to day and night medical shop here someday, I think few months ago. There they have Ayurvedic. I'm not saying you do that, but just I'm giving example. So this kind of thing people are doing, those who want to make them free from intoxication. So hope you understood, Prabhu. Now this, what is this Kutam?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So if yes, please everyone write yes. This is very important. That's why I'm repeating. That's why yesterday I took 2 hours for this. Okay, so what is Kutam? Is a taste stored in the brain which later on remind us to do it again. When we get, so this Kutam is like a seed. Kutam is like a seed. So that can be also be considered seed. Why? Why it is seed? Because as soon as I get sufficient water and sunlight, it will grow, fructify again. So let's say, now people, devotees staying in the temple with the devotees, associating with them. But as soon as he go out for 4 or 5 months, so what will happen? He may deal with he will deal with materialists. So they are habituated with drinking wine, whatever, wealth wine and whatever. They are associating with all those things. So what happened? Gradually you also get, I should also do, they are doing. So then okay, चलो अभी नहीं करते हैं, थोड़ा याद आता है, थोड़े समय के बाद कर ही लेते हैं. I remember when I was going to IIT Bombay for preaching, बच्चे लोग बोलते थे अरे हम बोलते थे प्रोग्राम के लिए ये गीता का, तो बोला मम्मी को पूछना पड़ेगा। लेकिन जब लड़की को प्रपोज करना है, लड़के को प्रपोज करना है, तो कभी नहीं मम्मी को पूछेंगे, ऐसे ही प्रपोज कर देंगे। ओके, so when they want to have a girlfriend boyfriend, they will not ask mummy, but when they have to attend Bhagavad Gita class, they have to ask mummy. माता पिता को पूछना पड़ता था, ठीक है ना? So now the point here is that I was telling this, हाँ, so as soon as they develop, but after some time same people, they were saying अरे मम्मी को पूछना पड़ेगा, पापा को पूछना पड़ेगा, same people when their friends से अरे थोड़ा मार लो यार, कॉलेज में आए क्या फायदा है, थोड़ा सिगरेट पी लो, थोड़ा दारू पी लो. Sorry, I'm speaking such a language, don't mind, but this is how they talk. They were telling me also in the office, but I was daily staying with the devotee for 4-5, staying with the devotee, attending morning program with the devotee. Then I was going to office, so I was not so much, that way. So as soon as you get a water, sunlight, and air, the bija will fructify again. Bija will come to desire and do the activity and do again. That activity have a prarabdha, then in due course of time it become prarabdha, and again it will be stored in the brain, the taste repeatedly. So when one taste is repeatedly stored in the brain, it will become habit. After some time, if you don't want, that habit is very difficult to change. Hope we have discussed all these things in power of habit. Okay. So Prabhuji, Vidya of Bhagavad Gita and practice of Gita is only way to get higher taste. So Prabhuji, many people have tried so many things. Just like there was one Western philosopher, Martin Seligman. Okay, and Martin Seligman said he defined happiness H is equal to P plus E plus M. P means sense gratification, pleasure, immediate pleasure. E means economic development, and M means meaningful life. So he said one day he made an experiment on. He was a psychiatrist and professor in one of the American college. So he wanted to do an experiment. So one day he took his group of students to watch a movie. So he had taken them. After coming from movie, he didn't say anything. Next day he took them to what? Orphan house to help the orphan children. So, and 6 months he didn't speak anything about that. After 6 months, he asked students, you remember we went to watch movie? So they said, kaun sa movie yaad nahi aaya. But then he said, you remember we went to help orphans? Then they immediately remember, it was so nice experience, very nice, and all those things. So that's why he defined happiness derived from the sense gratification is very, very less than happiness derived from the happiness you get by helping others. Okay, so between the sense gratification and between the helping is economic development. You do make some physical development, you feel happy. So that is in between. So still that is, so happiness you try to derive by gratifying our own senses. It's not so much effective than happiness you derive by by helping, giving money to others in so many ways. And happiness you derive from doing all these things is even lesser than happiness you derive from helping others. So that is called kama means sense gratification, economy means artha, meaningful life means dharma. So kama, artha and dharma is already mentioned in our philosophy. But this Western philosophers, since they are on mental speculation, that is what he said in Bhagavad Gita, sorry, Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 18th chapter, verse number 12. Yasyastri bhakti bhagvatya kinchana sarva guna samasate mahasura hara abhakta se kuto mahat gana mano rathena dhavato mahi. Still these people are hovering on the mental platform, they are speculating. So whatever, so that's why we accept the path of Shastra. Why we are accepting Bhagavad Gita? That many things mentioned in the Shastras are proven by the science. Many things mentioned in the Shastras are not proven by the science. But things which are not proven by the science are not used proven by the science. So if we can't accept Shastra blindly, then we should not reject the Shastra blindly. So even the Shastra talks about Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad and Matsar, which are the root cause of all the problems in the life, and they also give the solution how you can get rid of from Kam, Krodh, Lobh and Moh, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad and Matsar, 6 anartha. So if you follow the principle given in the Shastra, you can be free. So then you are at anartha nivrutti level, then you develop a ruchi. So Shastra says the only solution for this is following Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So hope I answered your question, Prabhu. Harsat Prabhu. So there is no other way. People have tried so many ways, but it's very difficult for them. So not only Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So there, Gita is the conclusion of all Vedic scripture. Anyway, so let's move ahead. I don't want to take too much time here. So now hope this cycle is clear to everyone. Please tell me. Or you can write yes in the chat if it is clear. Don't write to just please me. If you really understood, then only write yes. Otherwise, write no, that you have not understood. Please, everyone, write. Okay, so now everyone write, please. So avidya, sinful desire, sinful action, the aprarabdha, sinful disposition. If you see all these graphs are broken, so this is a proper cycle. So everything begins with avidya, ignorance. That's what it says. As soon as Krishna से नजर घटी तो दुर्घटना घटी. ट्रकों पे लिखा होता है ना, नजर हटी तो दुर्घटना घटी. So for us, कृष्णा से नजर हटी तो दुर्घटना घटी. So कृष्णा से नजर नहीं हटाना हमें. Why? Because कृष्ण हो सूर्य समा, माया हो अंतर. जहाँ कृष्ण नहीं तहाँ माया अधिकार. So Krishna is like sun. Wherever there is a sun, there is no darkness. So Maya is like a darkness. That's why wherever Krishna, there is no Maya, there is no ignorance. Darkness means ignorance. So let's move ahead. So hope this way I justified explaining this thing. That whatever I was about to explain about this papam, that cycle. So this is the cycle. So we also saw what is kutam. Kutam means should I steal this thing, money? So that comes because of the stored. What should I say? Because of that taste is stored. And the desire means I will steal. That's planning. We saw that sinful reaction can be destroyed by karma, jnana, yoga process, but root of avidya, bija, material desire can be destroyed only by devotional service. That's what Bhagavad Gita says, 2.46. Yavanarthe udan pane sarvasa sampluktade tavan sarvesu vedesu brahmanasya vijanita. So he says in 2.46, very nice. Yavanarthe udan pane. So earlier in the village, there were so many small well for taking bath is different well, washing clothes is different well, drinking water is different well, washing vessels is different well. Yavanarthe udan pane sampluk sarvata sampluktade. Udan pane means well of water. The well of water. Sampluktade means reservoir of waters, like a tala bahut bada. So it is said similarly all the purpose of the Veda. So when you have a big lake, you don't need a small well. So similarly, all the purpose of Veda can be served to one who knows the purpose behind Veda. So what is the meaning of Veda? Veda means with. It is coming from the root word with. With means to know. And Veda is knowledge. Is knowledge. So what is the purpose of Veda? To give the knowledge to mankind to come out from the ignorance of, from the nescience, from the ignorance of material world, and to go back to Godhead. So similarly, all the purpose of Veda can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. So what is the purpose of Veda? Krishna says, Vedescha sarve. What is it here? Sarvasya aham ridasinna vishto mattasmutir jnanam apohanam cha. Vedescha sarve aham vedya vedantavit vedantakrit vedavitevacha. So sarvasya chaham ridasinna vishto. I am the seated in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chaham ridasinna vishto. Mattasmutir jnanam apohanam cha. So from me comes remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness. There is a Vedescha sarve Ahameva Vedya Vedesya Sarve. It's Sare Vedo mein. What is to be known? The Krishna is to be known. Vedesya Sarve Ahameva Vedya. Vedanta Krit Krit Vedavid Evachaham. So he says, I am the compiler of the Vedanta, I am the knower of the Veda. So what is the purpose of Veda? Know Krishna, then perform a devotional service. If you know Krishna, then it's for God realization. So as soon as you have God realized, there is a self-realize that you come to know what is your relationship with the Krishna. So as soon as you come to know what is your relationship with Krishna, you start performing devotional service. So basically, you automatically develop the knowledge. So it is said, it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that knowledge and vairagya are the byproduct of performing bhakti. So as soon as you start performing bhakti, the knowledge and vairagya will automatically be developed. So that is what this verse says, that similarly all the purpose of Veda can be served to one who knows the purpose behind your Veda. So we know Krishna is the purpose behind the Veda. If you know Krishna, if you serve Krishna, then we'll be free from we get all the knowledge. So Veda means storehouse of knowledge. Okay, so let's move ahead. It's already 7:42. Okay, so that way bhakti destroy all the avidya. There are so many such verses. Okay, so as I mentioned, these slides are made by under the guidance of Brother Shyam Prabhu and Bhakti Veda Mayapur Institute of Higher Education. So they have made this presentation for Bhakti Shastri course, and I have taken from them. So I want to express my gratitude to them. Because of them, I'm able to speak something on nectar of devotion because of their mercy and their permission. Okay, so let's move ahead. Okay, so we saw that there are 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. We started with this Klesagni, Subhada, Mokshalagata. Okay, so Klesagni and Subhada are for sadhana bhakti, it comes in sadhana bhakti. Then we saw this thing, avidya, because of ignorance, sinful proclivity, then material desire, pap karma. So yeah, of course, sinful proclivity comes between ignorance and material desire, because you say, should I do that or not? That is always there, because as soon as you are ignorance, you are doubtful whether you should do or not. Always doubtful. So yeah. So this can be, avidya can be wiped away by bhakti only. So devotional service destroys. So this is still from Nectar of Devotion. In chapter number 1, nothing is taken from outside except some few things. So we are discussing from this particular part. Okay. From all these things we are taken from this paragraph onwards. So we have covered till this paragraph. It's sinful cycle and all those things. We are covering this paragraph, and then we'll move to Subhada. This will not take time. Okay, so the basic is clear. Okay, so now Lord Krishna is telling to Uddhava what is the solution to aprarabdha. How can you? Now you have everything. Prarabdha is there, aprarabdha is there. Then you have a sinful tendencies are there. How can I free from all those things? So devotional service destroy each and every cause of suffering. So aprarabdha is also the cause of suffering, right? So yes, the solution for unmanifested reaction of prarabdha. What is the solution? So we saw how we suffer. Now what is the solution we are discussing here? Solution for unmanifested reaction of prarabdha. So Lord Krishna instructs to Uddhava, Srimad Bhagavatam, that like fire completely destroy any amount of wood, pure devotional service destroy the unmanifested reaction that fuel our future material desire. So it talks about this thing. So it says, Yathagnisu Yathagnisu samruddha richi karato ethamsi bhasmasat तथा मद विषया भक्तिर उद्धवा inamsi kritashnah. So my dear Uddhava, just as a blazing fire turns firewood into ashes, similarly devotion unto me, Krishna is telling to Uddhava, completely burns to ashes sin committed by my devotee. So Krishna is giving guarantee here. Okay. So that is the solution. And next says devotional service destroy each and every cause of suffering, prarabdha. So Devahuti addressed her son Kapil, my dear Lord, anyone who hears about your pastime, who chants your glory, who who offers you obeisance, who think of you and execute any of nine kind of devotional service, even if he is born in family of dog eaters, the lowest grade of mankind become immediately qualified to perform sacrifice. So we yesterday discussed that. So devotional service destroy every cause of suffering, bijam, material desire. So although one may neutralize the reaction of sinful life through austerity, charity, vows, and other such a method, this pious activity cannot uproot the material desire in one's heart. It will not uproot. Okay. However, if one serves the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, is immediately freed from all such a contamination. So that is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 6 to 17. Again, it's a this is Testani agani puyante tapodan vratadibihe na dharmajam tad dharmyad tad api sangrihi sevayo. Although one may neutralize the reaction, so whatever we discussed, so this verse is talking about the same thing. So even the desire can be, devotional service nullify the sinful reaction and injects the heart with desire to serve Krishna and destroy material desire. When we perform devotional service, gradually the desire will also go away. Reaction will go immediately, but it takes long time, means some time to be free from material desire. Okay. So devotional service destroy each and every cause of suffering. Each and every cause of suffering, avidya, ignorance. Okay. So केचित् केवल्य भक्त्या वासुदेव परायणः अगम धुन्वति वन्ति कार्तस्ये निहारम एव Bhaskara. Only a rare person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful action with no possibility that they will revive. So only the devotional service. Only the devotional service. We hope you got your answer, Harsat Prabhu, through the Shastra. He can do this simply by discharging devotional service. Only by devotional service. Okay. So he can do this simply by discharging devotional service, just as the sun can immediately depend on its ray. Okay. So then devotional service destroy each and every cause of suffering, avidya and ignorance. Padma Puran compare ignorance to snake and devotional service to like a blazing forest fire. And when there is a forest fire, and all the snakes are immediately killed. Similarly, devotional service to the Lord destroy all ignorance. Srila Rupa Goswami quotes here this part, snakes. Okay. So this killing all the inauspicious snakes of desire. So this last paragraph is talking about that. Okay. So this is what we discuss. So that way we finish Klesagni through nectar of devotion. which has been compiled from various different scripture. Okay, now let's move ahead. So we have time, another 15 minutes will take. Okay, so this is the characteristic. So yesterday we discussed that sadhana bhakti consists of Subhada and Klesagni. Bhav bhakti is this four: Subhada, Klesagni, Subhada, Moksha, Laguta, Kata, Sudurlabha. Then Prema bhakti consists all six. So now Subhada, we are going to discuss about Subhada. So pure devotional service is all auspicious. So this is from Bhakti Rasamrut Sindhu, 1:127. This is one book. I don't know how much authorized, but verses are nicely written. I don't know about the translation, but I will take up verses from here. Please don't follow this book. I'm not aware about authority of this book. So Subhani Prinam Sarva Jagatam Anuraktata Sa Sadgune Sukham Iti Adini Akhyati Manisibhe. So it says that the pure devotional service is all auspicious. So basically it has four aspects. This verse has four aspects. Sarva Jagat Prinanam. So Prinanam Sarva Jagat. So we are here writing Sarva Jagat Prinanam. So compassion for everyone. Subhada means all auspicious. Okay. So it gives the compassion for everyone. Anuraktata attracts everyone. Sadguna hai bestow good qualities. Sukham bestow superior happiness. Okay. So that is the so now Subhani Prinam Sarva Jagat Raktata. So compassion for everyone attracts everyone. So this verse has four aspects. Hope you got that. We can take from this Subha Prinam Sarva Jagatam Anuraktata Sadgune Sukham. Okay, so this is the thing. Anuraktata attracts everyone. Sarva Jagatam Prinam, it's compassion for everyone. Sadgune provide all good qualities. Sukham. Okay, so what is the definition? Compassion for everyone and attracts everyone. So Srila Rupa Goswami has given a definition of auspiciousness. What is the meaning of auspiciousness? He says that actually auspiciousness means welfare activity for all the people of the world. Create an auspicious atmosphere. A good atmosphere. Auspicious means, right? So hope you understand the meaning. So means he says that actual auspiciousness means welfare activity for all the people of the world. Welfare activity for all the people of the world. So Krishna conscious movement is so nice that it can render the highest benefit to entire human race. So everyone can be attracted by this movement and everyone can feel the result. So you read from here. That's why that is given. Is given. Okay. So this is very nicely mentioned at present moment. Okay, so Srila Rupa Goswami has given definition of auspiciousness. He says actual auspiciousness means welfare activity for all the people of the world. At present moment, group of people are engaged in welfare activities in terms of society, community, and nation. There is even an attempt in the form of United Nations for World Health activity. But due to shortcoming of limited national activities, such a general mass welfare program for the whole world is not practically possible. The Krishna conscious movement, however, is so nice that it can render the highest benefit to the entire human race. Everyone can be attracted by this movement and everyone can feel the result. Therefore, Rupa Goswami and other learned scholars agreed that broad propaganda program for Krishna conscious movement of devotional service all over the world is highest humanitarian activity. So once upon a time, Srila Prabhupada, when Srila Prabhupada was present in Hyderabad, there was some drought. So one of the, I think, Chief Minister of Hyderabad wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada. You can read this in Science of Self-Realization book. And he told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what your devotees are doing, they are just doing bhakti, something like that. He said, I don't know exactly. But then, you should come and help us for relieving people from the drought. Srila Prabhupada said, we'll not come there, you come to our place, we'll feed we'll help everyone. And they have to practice Krishna consciousness. So, Krishna consciousness is so nice. Sometimes we go here, Jewish circle, we pass from so many beggars are there. So many beggars are there. They beg, but even, they just come and saw 1 hour in the temple or 2 hours, they get nice prasad. I remember one day I was traveling in local train with one of my friend a few years ago. So then one small girl came and he started holding my leg and saying, "Ek rupiya do," something. So I gave her sandesh which is worth of 15 rupees and she was asking me 1 rupee. So I gave her sandesh, she didn't take. Bola mujhe 1 rupiya chahiye. She doesn't know I was giving Mahaprasad of Sri Sri Radharas Bihari. Even the 1 grain of Mahaprasad deliver whole world, whole universe. But she says, "Mujhe 1 rupiya chahiye." Such a misfortune. I remember I sent one Srimad Bhagavatam set to one of my whoever, I don't want to say, but they got Srimad Bhagavatam and they put it somewhere else. They didn't take. They give it to someone else. Such a misfortune. No, but whoever will get, they will be benefited definitely. So I was sending prasad to one of my friend. So they told that you should not eat prasad. That creates that like that. So when you perform bhakti, actually Krishna will provide so nice thing. Krishna will automatically supply everything. But people don't have faith. That's a big problem. So, and even what temple में जाते हैं सेवा करते हैं, they definitely Krishna will take care of them. So its welfare activity means it's a compassion for all the human beings. Just like there was a conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur. Let's say in different angle. Okay. So let's say in different angle. So recently we went to Jagannath Puri. So we went to the place of Siddha Bakul where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur was chanting 192 rounds. So there was conversation between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Haridas Thakur. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has asked Haridas Thakur that by chanting the human beings can be relieved from the sinful reaction of all the sinful activities. But what about those tree and animals? So Haridas Thakur said that chanting will help the particular person, but when you do kirtan, sankirtan, doing the kirtan together, sa means together, kirtan means sankirtan. Okay, so sa साथ में kirtan करना मतलब sankirtan. So kirtan can always be performed together in the association of the devotees. When you perform sankirtan, even trees also hear Harinam, animals also hear Harinam, knowingly or unknowingly, and they will be benefited. They will be benefited. So that is the power of holy name. So those who are really compassionate, they should go and do Harinam Sankirtan for the welfare of everyone. Those who are atheists, those who are not devotee, not atheist, middle somewhere, those for the animal, for the trees, and everyone will be benefited. So that's why Srila Prabhupada, being a most compassionate person, he started Hare Krishna movement. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also started that Sankirtan movement. And we can see this is the picture in Jharikhanda forest. What is the name of the place? I forgot. Kurju. In Jharkhand. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing Kirtan, all the animals were attracted towards him, made them dance. So आप हमें शेर के सामने जाके कीर्तन नहीं करना है, but just I'm saying, so that is the power of holy name. Hope this is clear. So then, compassion for everyone and attracts everyone. So therefore, Rupa Goswami and other learned scholar agree that broad propaganda program for Krishna conscious movement of devotional service all over the world is highest humanitarian welfare activity. So even, if then unknowingly hear the holy name, when you do Sankirtan program, when they hear the holy name unknowingly or unwillingly, what will happen? The holy name is going in their ears. So holy name is like injection. Injection, when someone is suffering from fever, dengue, malaria, they give injection. So injection will work from inside. Although you don't like to take injection, but you should. When you take injection, it will work from inside. So holy names when enter in the ear. So the injection of the holy name enter through the ear, just like a syringe enter through vein. So injection of holy name enters through ear, and as soon as it enters inside your body, it creates all auspiciousness. Okay, it will free you from the reaction of all the sinful activities. Obvious desire may be there. So why? Because Sravanam is the first process of 9 process of devotional service. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakma. Sravanam is very, very important. Okay. So that's why this is the highest humanitarian welfare activity. I can explain this different way, but that will take another 1 hour. So I'm not going to explain different way. Then it's Sadgun hai, produce good qualities. A Krishna conscious boy, even if he is not very well educated, okay, very well educated by the university standard, can immediately give up illicit sex life, gambling, meat eating, and intoxication. These 4 things will make a crazy to any person. Make crazy any person. So if you see in the world, people are behind these things: illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. These are 4 pillars of sinful life. So these are not, even these 4 things are not part of 64 anga of bhakti, but these are the pillar of sinful life. So if you want to free from the sin, that's why it is at the time of initiation, it is said, we'll chant 16 rounds, but will not commit sinful life. Why? Because at the initiation, we will be free from the reaction of sinful activity, but we are not yet free from the desire of sinful activity. So since we have to control that desire, we are taking that vow. Agni ke samne, Guru ke samne, Krishna ke samne vow leta hai. It will not indulge in illicit sex life, gambling, and meat eating and intoxication, so that we don't do again the sinful reaction, and we take that vow so that we don't indulge. Means I don't want to indulge in a sinful activity. We don't desire to do that. We are breaking the cycle at the desire level. Hope you understood this thing. When you are taking that vow, we are breaking the cycle from desire level. Okay, so whereas those who are not in Krishna consciousness, although very highly educated, are often drunkard, meat eaters, sex monger, and gamblers. So you hope this is relevant. So these are a practical proof of how Krishna conscious person become highly developed in good qualities. So we can see the Westerners who were meat eaters, the men and women, whatever they can do privately, whenever they meet. So these Westerners, they were doing everything on the street day and night with men and women, whatever they can do. But as soon as they accepted Krishna consciousness, they give up illicit sex, meat eating, gambling, intoxication, and they become, they reach the level of Goswami. So that is the power of bhakti. So they automatically develop sadgune. So that is the verse we discussed, right? 5.8, 18.12. Just now I recited that Yasyasti bhaktir bhagvatya kinchana sarva guna samasatre mahatsura harava bhaktasya kuto mahatguna manoravathena dhauto mahi. So one who is devotee automatically attain all the good qualities of demigod. But whereas non-devotee who have all, even if he has good morality and all those qualities, but that quality has no value because he is hovering over the mental platform. He is doing activities based on mental speculation. So there is no value. But devotees who are doing as per the Shastra, gradually they will have control on that a desire of not committing any sinful activities, so they will automatically develop good qualities in a due course of time. Okay, so these are the practical proof how a Krishna conscious person become highly developed in good qualities, whereas a person who is not in Krishna consciousness cannot do so. Okay, so one who is not in Krishna consciousness usually, so this how no, it's we saw it's compassion for everyone, attract everyone, sadgun hai. So we saw that sadgun hai. Then one who is not in Krishna consciousness usually cannot sit silently even for half an hour. The yoga system teaches that if you become silent, you will realize that you are God. This system may be all right for materialistic person, but how long will they be able to keep themselves silent? Artificially, they may sit down for so-called meditation, but immediately after their yogic performance, they will engage themselves again in such activity as illicit sex, live gambling, meditating. So it's like, elephant bath. So then this bhakti, so auspiciousness has four aspects. It attracts everyone. Okay, it's creates a welfare, compassion for everyone. It develops sadgun hai, good qualities, and sukham, it bestows superior happiness. So Lord Chaitanya once revealed himself to this confidential devotee Kolavichar Siddhar and offered him any opulence he liked. But Siddhar informed the Lord that he did not want any material opulence. That is the position of pure devotee. So they don't want material happiness, but they want super happiness in the association with the God. So Sukham, so happiness derived from the pure devotional service is the highest because it is eternal. Mayavad sannyasi descend to the material platform again. So that will comes in Bhagavad Gita chapter number 12. No difference between mystic perfection and materialistic perfection. Okay, why? Because by mystic perform, you may fly and go somewhere. Nowadays, there is also flight. You can fly and reach somewhere. So that way, it's similar, same thing. Okay. So that way, we end today's session. 6 characteristics of devotional service. So Subhada we completed. We also completed Pesagni. So sadhana bhakti का 2 part हमने यहाँ पे खत्म किया. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I will not take question right now. Okay, so see you on Monday. Tomorrow is Saturday, and Sunday there will be no class. Okay. So tomorrow we'll complete this 6 characteristics.